So here's what you get for 20 in shake. Now this is, if it'll zoom in there, that's what I wanted to look at. Maui. Now this isn't Maui Wowie. This is just Maui, and it's supposed to have a decent THC content in it, but when it was printed out it said only 8 to 13, and it had a decent amount of CBD in it, which is weird for being, they're saying, sativa dominant hybrid. But for what you get for 20 is this, one of these full of their, really wish it'd zoom in better, there we go, of this shake here. Now we have, you see it's a lot of buzz, not really a lot, there's some leaf and stuff in there, a lot of crystals and hairs. But I'll take this and so there is some buds in there. It's what they, after they get all the big buds and stuff off, and you'll have these like little popcorn nuggets, which are still, I said all of this right here. So it's like a couple of sticks here and there, but majority of it is crystals and hairs and bud pieces. There is some leaf in there. I can see one right there with the camera right there. It's not the prettiest of the shake that I got. I am slightly disappointed on just the potency of it, but if I wouldn't have tried, I wouldn't be able to do this review. What's that? I don't want that in there either. What is that? Piece of stick stem. That's about it though. Good sized little bud right there. Right there. I don't know, maybe I'll just sit here and let me sift through this and find out, see how much is buds and how much is what.
That smell good.
Okay, strain review time. Now, the reason for the big delay in it has to do with the strain, I would have to think. That's what I've gathered, so within this review. Usually I end up doing a review. Oh, shit. Done lost something. Ah, there it is. Usually I sit there and do my strain reviews right after I get, and it's I'll do the picture, talk about the THC level. I'll be straight with you. When I looked it up online after I called and looked it up to see, what out of what they had that suits my needs. This seemed very promising. All the sites I looked at to see kind of background on it and stuff showed promise. And again, and yes, it is shake, so yes, the THC tends to be slightly lower. It's usually not that much lower though. And in this case, top of the CBD in it and stuff, and in this case it was relatively low, which you can't return after you get it, because they print the stickers off afterwards. Not complaining, because I mean it does the trick as far as the mood that I've been in. where it's kind of been down here. You take this mood right here. I'd want to be about right here, but it puts me about right there, which is still better than right there. So, I mean, like I said, it's not really a complaint. I'm having to smoke about twice as much as I would on a usual thing. Now, this is called Maui. Not the Maui Wowie. It's just straight Maui. And like I said, it's decent for what it is. Now, some side effects I have found, which would be the delay of this video. Procrastination. I have like 4 videos I want to do. They're all rambling around in my head and stuff, but you tend to get sidetracked very easily. And even though something could be on the back of your mind to do, you could be on just getting set, getting ready to do it, and something just distracts you off from the side somewhere, and you end up just putting it off. That has to do with 1, the strain review. 2, I couldn't really help because the servers were down, so I couldn't do anything with that until now. Some artistic stuff that I've been wanting to work on that I've been putting off. And I could say something about that pause that I had right there. These millennials, oh my god. Okay, and it's not the millennials. I guess they're feeding into it, or they're I don't know. I'm not really sure how to explain it, other than it seemed, and that like in the day for our generation at least, the born in 1980 plus crowd, any of us that have had kids, or know friends and stuff that have had kids, and if they're hyperactive, the therapist or the doctors are quick to say, oh, they have ADD, and they need to be put on medication. Feed the pockets of the pharmaceutical companies, and this stuff to be true. The same thing goes with what is being now, because I had a friend that said that she had suffered from what they call absence seizures. I was like, I've never heard of that. I've heard of the grand mal where you're all up over the place. I mean, I suffer from like, I guess it'd be stress induced seizures, and but it's like muscle spasms and twitches, and my hand will not like stop shaking, and stuff like that. But she was like, this is when you have like when you lose your train of thought, and it's just like you just blank out for a minute. And I was thinking, well, hell, I guess I suffer from that too. I ended up seeing a video today, and this has nothing to do with this strain so much as it does just reminded myself, so a 2-in-1. I don't know. Anyway, so see, like just like that, see, that'd be considered in the scientific doctor community an absence seizure. Now, there's these people on my life with a seizure, living with a seizure. And I sit there and watch some of the videos, and it's a girl having a brain fart, just like every other person in the world. Is there a single person ever, both alive or dead, that has never had a fucking brain fart? Like you just space out for a minute. Well, now the doctors are saying that's a form of seizure. You need medication for that. Getting money off of brain farts and calling it a disease, it's not, it's just absence seizure. Your brain's not seizing. It's not seizing. It's having a fucking fart. It's having a misfire. That's normal shit. That's not a disease. That's not a debilitating thing. Oh, I need to be. Well, give me my check. Give everyone a fucking disability check. Everybody. I can't think straight. Where's my check? I have some seizures. Where's my check? It's a disability. Give me my medication. Give me my check for which, And the funny thing is, there's no medications that can stop it. The only thing that might be able to work is something like a crack or meth to like just make your brain be firing all the fucking time so it doesn't have a fucking brain fart or a free. But that's going to the extreme on the opposite direction. It's like, oh, we don't want people to, oh, it's not that they don't want them to, because obviously they want us to be stupid. That's why they calcify in our pineal glands with all the everything and the medications and, and how you can get your kids taken away now for not vaccinating. But it seems like through the vaccinations, it seems like long-term effects are kids becoming stupider. For real. Is there some kind of correlation between the more vaccinations and the IQ dropping of teenage kids that are these long-term effects and all the suicide rates going up? Well, there could be many correlations. I'm not saying there's a direct correlation between vaccinations and everyone fucking going crazy. But it's a possibility considering, both of them have been increasing. And it seems to be developing more in the youth that are exposed to these new vaccinations and things. All this extra stuff. These cocktails they're putting in. But straight review, yes. It's decent for what it is. It really is. It's if you can go out and get some bud and stuff, and if I can find some, or actually not find some, because I'm sure they had some, but I just didn't get any, because I was getting the shake. Like you see, somewhere. Maybe I'll just put it at the beginning of of what, that's $20 worth. So, like I said, you really can't complain. But it's just, I don't know. This shit's got me triggered. Honestly, this is why the .exe is an execute. It's an execute command. Okay, so I know most of you kind of wondering what it is, and that's what this whole thing is. My rage, my triggers, my freaking .exe. Fucking execute this shit. Let's execute it. That should be my catchphrase. Let's execute this. Sorry, I like to hold my stuff in. I don't know a lot of these I don't know. Maybe I'm just old school, but it seems like a lot of the sesh YouTubers, I'm not calling anyone out specifically, but you know who you are that smoke like this. Is it even entering your lungs, getting into your bloodstream at all? It's no wonder you go through so much fucking weed. It's not that you're a huge fucking stoner. It's the fact that you're just not getting anything off of the bit that you're fucking taking because you're not letting it get into your system long enough. And that's why I like back in the day. You sit there and you have a joint and you pass it around between people. And you sit there and you take a hit, you hold it, you pass it. As it's going around, you don't let it out until you get it back. And then take another one in, hold it, pass it around, and you wait for it to come back. And go the other way. It seems to work really well. Maybe there's some kind of correlation between, I don't know, holding it in your lungs for a little bit and, letting the THC enter your bloodstream and do its little magic to get up to your brain in a big dose, all a little bit at once. That's why I have one of these. That's all you really. Okay, and I understand. Now, I do know stuff about tolerance, because like I said, I do have to smoke like 3 or 4 of these of this stuff. Even when it comes down to the bud and stuff, I might have to smoke a couple of them. But, it goes, the thing, it only goes from like here to here, is like the only depth of of how much weed's compact in there. And, I mean, it's direct. There's no swirlies and stuff like that. And, like I said, this thing holds it in my new box. It ends up holding like about maybe a little bit over an eighth. There's room in there for, an eighth, maybe like a quarter of another eighth, maybe, I think, usually. This thing's dirty. I'm just going to clean it up, poking it through. But yeah, I like to have a little tool and stuff with it too. And I'm not really trying to promote this either. I mean, I did a video about this, and so I'll leave that right there. But, which is the same place that I got, this. And so, I mean, I would like, I still need to talk to them about, maybe promoting, their store, because, I mean, it's a good store. It is a good store. But yeah, they're not paying me to say this or anything, and this is a non, promotional thingy or whatever. Sure, if you have to disclose that or not disclose that. I forgot how it was. I know Fluffy was talking something about it. But anyway, yes, the Stone Dispenser. If you're ever in Lakewood area, Colorado, on the corner of corner of it was it Kentucky and Morrison. If you're familiar with the area, of Sheridan Avenue, it's on like we go through Sheridan and stuff. When you get to Morrison, just hang up. It's on Morrison. It's I think it used to be like a bar, like it's a club. It's a smoking club, I believe. I've never been in the club part of it, but they ended up opening a dispensary in the back. Its own little building and everything. Everyone what's worked there and everything, I've never had a problem with any of the employees. They're always really nice and stuff. They're always usually pretty informative about what they got. If they don't really know, they'll ask and, still find out what you need. Their inventory, sometimes you gotta check this, because they do have a card, which I checked the card, that was supposed to be directly linked to the inventory, where you can like order online now and just go pick it up. But I haven't had the opportunity to try that out yet, because in fact I was like kind of testing it first, see what they had on the site and stuff, and then call in, or when I get there and stuff, see if it's, in fact what they said they had. And a few cases stuff, because they had some Blue Dream Shake and stuff, supposedly for a while. I haven't seen it on the shelves. It's supposed to be in their inventory. They haven't pulled it out. I know they got the buds of it, so I know that there has to be some inventory of it, unless someone trucked some inventory and it's still showing up that it's in inventory because it wasn't checked out yet. I think they did have to get rid of some guy, so maybe that's not going to be an issue anymore. I don't know. And before and stuff, like when I first started going there all the time, anytime I wouldn't have to really call and stuff. I just go in, see what they had. They usually always had something good, even like I said, for the $20 shake thing, which this is always full. It's a big old container. It's pretty, as far as like the pill bottle things go, it's 7 grams. What you get 7 grams for $20. So, yeah, you figure how much it is per gram, I'm not going to try and figure it out in math. Comment below if you want to sit here and go ahead and do the math and tell me how much that is per gram. Give somebody something to do. Yeah, lapse of thought sometimes, but like I said, that's everybody, anytime, sober or not. and that, that subject, I don't even know why I said that. And that's neither here nor there. It's just something that's been on my mind. I guess I can go ahead and not do the other video now on that subject. It's just included here. So maybe I'll go ahead and include in some gameplay too and make it an offer. But I'm already running towards a late limit. I'm sure everyone's not really watching all of this. But I said, well, like and subscribe. I'll be, as long as I don't get another match of the stream where I'm procrastinating, I'll be putting in more videos. I gotta organize my stuff too. I'll be putting all the game videos in a gaming playlist, and that way everything's kind of categorized for what you care about, and what you don't give a shit about. It's a lot easier, honestly, if you could. Like I said, feel free to comment in the comments. They're all open and stuff. Tell me what you care about, what you don't give a shit about. What would you like to see videos about? I'm wanting to do a video on this really trippy game. It's a Japanese release PlayStation game. Very odd, very, very odd, very confusing. I ended up looking up a wiki on it to see, like, there had to be some kind of point. There had to be some kind of goal or something, because it's so random. So, yeah, there's certain objects that you can touch, and if you touch them in a certain order, which no one's really sure of the order, but it will teleport you to these other places. And I didn't know how many places, but there's only like six places, 6 or 7 places, maybe 8. I'll have to reload. That you transport to. Everything's kind of really psychedelic, and the tiles can change, and things be floating around, and bloody stuff, and crazy screaming, and just it's like just a really, really weird dream when you play it. So yeah. I'll be doing that. I'll probably end up doing that on a live. Just like most of the gameplays, I'll be doing them live. So if you see me on live, it's usually for a gameplay video. That can easily change. I mean, when I'm live, it's usually for a gameplay video or something. However, if you are watching live and you see something and you say something in the comments, or you want to start a discussion or something like that, yeah, I'm more than willing to sit and talk about whatever. I'll be checking. I got my other phone back now, where I can check my comments in the thingy, and I believe that's how it works. I did a test the other day where there'll be a little thingy over here or over here, a little orange tab with a little arrow thingy, and if I get comments through YouTube, they'll show up there. It's a little laggy, and the thing that's supposed to show me how many viewers I have does not work at all. So that's why I have to have the other phone in check anyway, to see if I'm talking to myself or anybody else. So, but yeah, check Maui strain. It seems to be a mellowing, kind of calming, collective feeling. And I've been finding myself just getting really fascinated by a lot of different videos on YouTube and stuff, and just kind of doing like little researches, and let my mind work and stuff while I'm not really doing much of anything physically, if that makes sense. Which sativas are good known for anyway. This is a hybrid. I think it's like an 80-20, 80 sativa, 20 indica. A lot of orange hairs. I mean, it was like mostly. I mean, of course, it was just as it being shake. It's the stuff that falls off. So it's a lot of trichomes and the hairs, and the orange, curly, cutie, good stuff. A few leaves, some popcorn buds, just all mixed up, as you saw already. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm not going to put it at the end, so I put it at the end. You'll never see it, because I guarantee you no one's watching this far. I don't know. Maybe somebody will someday. One day.